Genic, ingenious supplies.
What is up, Spikes? We're back playing a pretty fun one today. We got something pretty interesting, kind of following the trend of the videos we've been releasing the last few days, maybe. But we are playing Karlov Manor Precon decks, upgraded. 10 swaps, $50 budget. Ooh. That is what we're playing today. Before we get into that, we want to thank our very generous sponsor, Genic, who we're partnering with to give away these 4 Precons if and when the video hits 2,500 likes. And after that, be sure to check us on Twitter. We'll be giving away, again, the 4 decks in this Cards Layer 400 plus convertible on Twitter. So again, thanks again to Genic for helping us give away this great product.
Sure we have to give it away? And I can't just take this home with me?
I'm giving away Madison specifically from her collection.
Yes.
All right.
So, like I said, we're playing modified precons. So we're going to go around and talk about the decks we're playing and some of the adjustments that I have made for these decks. So love them or hate them, you can blame me specifically in the comments, which I totally read. I promise I'll read them.
I will read them to him.
But so I am starting us off today. Very fortunate that I won the die roll. I am playing Morska Undersea Sleuth again. Really trying to lean into the clue theme here, removing cards that are, a little more generically good for more thematic cards. Cards like 500 Year Diary and Martha Jones work directly with clues, while cards like Displaced Dinosaur and Sarah Steelseeker care about making clues and a bunch of other artifacts.
I'm Jim. Today I am playing Mirko, Obsessive Theorist. This, if you'll refer back to the game that we just played a couple days ago, probably. I don't know when these are going to get released. Same deck, but with the upgrades. It's all based on reanimation and surveil, getting stuff to the graveyard and cheating it back out into play.
So for Jim's deck, we're trying to add creatures with the least power possible while being as impactful as possible. Added cards like Tree of Perdition, Pontiff of Blight, Auton Soldier, since Marco works really, really well with clone effects, base power toughness 0/0. I've also swapped in cards to make some of the surveil cards a little better while being able to return creatures from their finality counters with Crystal Shard effects.
Hey everybody, it's Alex. I'm playing Blame Game once again, helmed by Nelly Borca, Impulsive Accuser. This Boros deck is all about goading, messing with the combat step, and generally making things unprofitable for people to attack me.
I really leaned into the deck's theme by adding effects that force opponents to go to combat phase, like Geode Ranger and Fumiko the Lowblood, while making blocking a lot harder with cards like War Cadence, Death's Kiss, and Bothersome Quasit.
Hi everybody, I'm Maddie. Today I'm playing Kaust, Eyes of the Glade. This is a morph deck. And last time I said I would assemble the Megazord, but instead I just died a horrible death. It was a mega flop. So now we're out for blood.
Mega flop. That's like a regular flop, but you get a +1/+1 counter.
So this is one of the harder ones to make adjustments for since morph is traditionally blue-green color combination. But I swapped out some of the morph creatures for ones that are a little more impactful and try to take advantage of colorless morph spells with cards like Uga the Ineffable and Liberator Urza's Battlethopter. And I guess with that all being said, we can crack into these Genic bastions.
Solid as a rock!
Never gets old.
I love it every time.
One of these, Phil is just going to leave it in instead of
there singing, it'll just be us whispering, solid as a rock.
So I'm going to start us off here with drawing a card first. Don't get too ahead of myself. But I'm going to play a Temple of Plenty, Scrying 1. We're going to leave that one on top. That's a nice one, I think. Pass turn.
Okay. I'll draw a card. I'm going to play this River of Tears, and I will pass as well.
Oh, normally it doesn't show up till the end of the game. Draw a card. We're going to go ahead and play an Escape Tunnel and sacrifice it to go find a basic land. I'll find this Plains and put it on the battlefield tapped. Pass the turn.
Alrighty. Draw a card. I'm going to play a Mosswort Bridge and Hideaway 4.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm going to hideaway this under my land.
Okay.
And these are going to go on the bottom in a random order.
You got it.
Like that. And
Good
pass the
I'd
turn.
like to cut.
Oh. You can, I guess. You didn't ask to touch my cards, but I'll allow
I'm going to go ahead and start my turn over here. I don't know what's going on over there, but I'm going to draw one. I'm going to play a Plains and play a On the Trail. Whenever I draw my second card each turn, I may put a land from my hand into play tapped.
Well, that's pretty good.
Pretty cool. Put that over here, though. Pass.
Okay. I'll draw a card. I'm going to tap River of Tears for a blue, then play this basic Swamp tap it as well and cast Likeness Looter.
Oh.
That's a 1/1 flyer. It loots. I can tap it to loot, or I can pay X and it becomes a copy of target creature card in my graveyard with mana value X, except it has flying and this ability, and I can only activate that as a sorcery.
Also, to lose the looting
Cool.
ability if you transform it.
Permanently
Yes.
becomes it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then
That's
I'll
cool.
pass.
I'm going to untap, upkeep, and draw. We'll play this mountain as our land for the turn. Ask me what it's like.
What's it like, Alex?
Fantastic. This is Felwar Stone.
Cool.
Pass turn.
All right, untap. Draw a card. Play Zoetic Cavern and tap both my lands for the Print Lifter Ooze.
Oh, looks
We know that one.
We
Yeah, we do know that one.
That guy's really cool.
Pass the turn.
Untap.
I feel like of all the pets you could have as a detective, like an ooze would be pretty cool.
News is pretty good.
Yeah.
Kinda.
I'm just imagining, like,
Maybe-
you know how when you make a copy of a newspaper with Silly Putty?
Yeah.
That's like what
It's like
this
that.
Oh,
is.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's so innocent.
I've drawn my card. I am playing my land, and I'm going to cast a Tireless Tracker. Be
Nice.
my card of choice. And then I'll pass.
Okay. Untap. Draw a card. I'm going to play an Ash Barrens as my land for turn.
Mhm.
Then I'm going to tap to cast this Arcane Signet.
Mhm.
And I'll pass. Yeah, I'm going to pass.
Okie dokie.
Cool.
Untap, upkeep, draw. My land for turn is going to be Castle Ardenvale, and since I control planes, it doesn't come in tapped. I'll play 1, 2, 3, and 4 for Nelly Borca, Impulsive Accuser.
Yep.
Mhm.
Pass.
Untap. Draw it. I'm going to go to combat.
Okie dokie.
Alex. Oh.
Go to 38.
I'm going to tap this to play Wild Growth, enchanting this land.
Ooh.
So whenever it is tapped for mana, I make an additional green mana. Then I'm going to play Selesnya Sanctuary, returning the cavern to my hand. And
Very
I'll
nice.
pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Attack medicine.
Okay. Take 3. 37.
I'm afraid it's what a cavern. Trigger Nelly Borca.
Oh, yeah, let's draw a card.
Yeah. That's totally why I did this. Perfect. Play land. Trigger my landfall to get a clue, which is nice. I'll pay 2 for a Talisman of Curiosity,
Mhm.
and then I'll finish my turn by playing 3, taking a damage of 39, and casting my commander, Morska, Undead, or Underdead, Undersea Sleuth, very alive, no maximum hand size. Oh, I discarded a lot of cards last time I played this.
Oh.
That's all right.
YouTube comments will tell me about that ability.
I'm sure we've already got a note on that video.
It investigates to become upkeep, and whenever I draw my second card each turn, put 2 +1/+1 counters on the surely alive Morska. I'll pass turn.
This is like a callback in stand-up comedy.
Mhm.
Where it's like, remember this?
Yeah.
Everybody's already been roasting
I
about this for 2 days.
I totally played this card perfectly, perfectly right. And no
In your
notes.
end step, I'm going to loot. I will draw a card. And I'm going to discard this Massacre Worm. Everybody be cool.
Nope.
Ooh.
Uncool. Very uncool.
Untap. Draw
It's in the Precon too.
1 card. I'm going to play an island as my land for turn. Then I'm going to cast Dogged Detective. So when it enters the battlefield, I surveil 2, and then whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, I may return Dogged Detective from my graveyard to my hand. So I'll surveil 2. I think I'm going to put both of them in my graveyard. That's a Dimir Signet and a Myriad Landscape. Then I'm going to pass.
Okie dokie. We're going to untap, upkeep, and draw. Play this mountain as our land for turn. We're going to tap 1, 2 for Thought Vessel.
Hmm.
We're going to tap 1, 2 for Arcane Signet.
Oh, he's ramping.
Oh, I
Ramping.
see.
Get him.
Ramping. We're going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4 Shiny Impetus.
Oh,
What is
that's
that?
goaded.
Shiny Impetus gives +2/+2.
Oh.
I think haste?
Nope.
Or is it just goad?
Goaded.
I see.
And whenever that creature attacks, I draw a card.
You make a treasure.
Oh, make a treasure. That's the one. Thank you. I will go to combat.
Mhm.
And I'll attack Madison for 2.
Me.
And I'm also going to
30.
suspect this
5.
ooze. With that in mind, I'll pass the turn.
All right, untap. And draw a card. All right, so I'm going to tap this for 2 green.
Mhm.
I'm going to float one of those green for now to play Obscuring Aether. So my face down creature spells I cast cost 1 less.
Ooh.
Then I'm going to set a morph for 2 mana.
It's Zoetic Cavern. Spoilers.
You don't know that.
You don't know
She
that.
bounced it
None
to
of
my
you
hand.
know that.
It could be
For
anything.
this reason.
I could
could
still
even be
have
a-
it in my hand.
It could even be a boat.
It could be a boat. All right. I'm going to lose that extra green mana.
Mhm.
And I guess I'm going to go to combat because I have to attack with this, right?
Yeah.
That's upsetting. Attack, Aaron.
Block with my 4 or 5.
Why?
Oh wait, that's death touch. Right. Yeah, I think.
This is a
I was
bad
like,
play.
Madison's so stupid. I'm about to block. Like,
What an
Hello?
idiot.
What a
Idiot.
dummy.
She said 2 seconds ago she had death touch, but she's dumb.
would you like to draw a card?
Yeah.
Your
Yeah, me
face.
too.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Go ahead, I guess. I'll just sit over here being dumb until my next turn.
Madison, you said this was just a regular morph, not a disguise creature, right?
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Gotta
am I
put
getting
the thing-
bamboozled?
Boop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Wait, right?
I don't know. You gotta tell us.
Zoetic Cavern is a morph, yes.
Perfect. Okay, so I get to go to my upkeep. I trigger, make another clue, which is nice. And then I'm going to draw a card. So my commander lived and didn't block like a big idiot. I am going to cast the Academy Manufacturer,
Mm-hmm.
which is a good one. And then I'm going to play a land, which will give me 1 of each. I'm going to start keep track of these over here, since it'll be easier. And then I will pay 1, 2, and 3 for Peregrine Took, which is a card I added. If one or more tokens will be created under your control, create those tokens plus an additional food token instead.
Oh, I don't like that.
I can also sacrifice 3 foods to draw a card.
Wait.
How does that interact with Academy Manufacturer?
It'll make 2 cycles.
Oh.
Oh.
Is there a problem?
Yes.
Yeah.
No problem here.
Well, for you, sure.
We should kill Aaron.
We should.
I'm going to move to combat since I have to with my creature over here. And Madison attacked me like a big
Okay,
doofus.
listen.
Attack Jim.
What?
Yeah. Listen, Jim.
When you attack, I'll make a treasure.
Yeah, that's fine, I guess.
Thank you.
What is this? Get +2/+2,
+2/+2.
and it's goaded.
Yeah. I'm a
Okay.
4 or 5.
So, in Declare Blockers.
Yeah.
I would like to tap 3
Mhm.
and cast Necromancy.
Massacre
You don't know that.
Worm.
It's just an enchantment right now.
I might have an effect to that. That's the one I don't like, guys. That I want to pay 1. Sorry. This does target at some point, correct? This is
targets-
stupid. I
it's
know it's targeting Massacre Worm. I don't know why I'm asking. Pay 2 to sacrifice a food. A clue, sorry.
Okay.
Which will trigger my second card drawn and trigger Tireless Track.
Okay.
Draw 1, get a counter here, get 2 counters here. I'm going to try to maybe live the initial Massacre Worm.
With Necromancy still on the stack,
Mhm.
I would like to loot.
Yep.
I'll draw a card. I'm going to discard this Grave Titan.
Yeah, it's a little more awkward.
Now, how big is this?
6, 7.
6, 7. So if I Massacre Worm, it becomes a 4, 6.
1 sec, I missed something.
Yeah.
I missed my On the Trail effect.
Oh, yeah. So you can
which
put a land into play.
matters, which puts this land into play, which will give me 2 sets of tokens.
Yeah.
Which I can't grow this anymore, though, so
Yeah.
that doesn't change that math. 2, 2, 4.
Yeah. So I am going to grab the Massacre Worm.
So Massacre Worm to come to play, give everything -2, -2.
Yeah.
You control.
Feels real bad.
ETB, everything gets -2/-2, and then I would like to declare a block.
Sure.
Before that,
I guess let's clean everything up
-2,
first.
-2 first.
Well, wouldn't you know it?
It was.
We got
It
there.
was the Zoetic Cavern.
Yeah, I don't want to
after
brag
all.
or anything, but just as I prophesied.
anything for you?
No,
All
I
this
have
stuff
a,
is X3s.
yeah.
It's so
which is
rough.
Wild.
Really nice.
Yeah.
So Madison loses
This was-
4.
Oh yeah, right. Massacre
Yeah,
Worm
that-
has
I
more
forgot.
lines of text.
Madison, Massacre Worm deals 2 damage anytime a creature dies.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
You lose 2 life.
I
off of
already
each
won
creature that
already,
dies.
you guys.
Okay, so now I would like to block.
Yeah, we did the math here that I just die, right?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 4, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is 5. Goodbye. You go there.
Thank
I guess
you.
my commander will go back in the command zone. All right. Well, attacking Jim was maybe a little bit of an oopsie in hindsight, but
Necromancy is not
Was
an okay
it?
card.
Was it?
Necromancy is kind of messed up. It's a great reprint though. It's the
Yeah.
first reprint, other than like the list maybe.
Yeah.
I will go to end my turn.
Okay.
Trigger Necromancy.
Trigger necromancy. Massacre room down. Okay. I'd like to go to my turn. Draw a card. I'm going to play this island as my land for turn. And I think I'm going to cast Charnel Serenade.
No.
I cast that last time for its suspend cost. I'm actually casting it for a full ticket this time for 6. So I am going to return a creature from my graveyard to play with a
Surveil 3
finality
first,
counter
though.
on it. I do Surveil 3. There may be something better than Massacre Worm or Grave Titan.
I hope not.
I'm going to dump all 3 to my graveyard. This is a Talisman of Dominance, an island, and a Watcher of Hours. Watcher of Hours is a 6/6 flying ward 3, and then has other irrelevant text because it's not suspended. I will like to reanimate Grave Titan, I think.
Yeah, that seems right.
Mm-hmm.
Grave Titan.
You got it.
It enters. I'm going to make 2 Zambies.
Not to be
And-
confused with zombies.
No, they're Zambies, actually. Zambonis.
Is that a Canadian joke?
It is.
Shouldn't you resuspend this?
I should resuspend it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't
That's
help
going to have 3
him.
time counters on it.
I don't want to. I don't want to be YouTube comments.
Then I'm going to move to combat.
Can bet.
Combat. I think I'm going to attack Alex for 2. There's no tricks here. I just want it to die because I want
Yeah,
to
I
keep
know.
surveilling.
I'm trying to figure out how much I
Yeah.
don't want you to surveil.
Yeah,
I think the amount I don't want you to surveil is 2, so I'll take 2.
fair.
So 36.
36.
Anything else?
Nope, that's going to be it for me.
I also noticed that I would have taken 2 from my creature dying when Massacre Worm is in play.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Because it's just in play, right?
Yeah.
Yep. 35.
So 35.
35. Cool.
That's it for me.
Good catch, Aaron. All right. I'm going to untap. Upkeep. Draw. I'm going to play my land for turn, which is this Labyrinth of Scophos. I'm going to go to attacks and swing Nelly Borca at Madison for 2.
Shock. 29.
29. We're going to go ahead and suspect target. I don't want to block a Grave Titan, so that could be somebody else's problem.
Okay.
Ooh.
It also can't block, correct?
You cannot block.
Cat
now.
block does have menace.
Can't block does have menace. We're going to pay 3 for Smuggler's Share. At the beginning of each end step, draw a card for each opponent who drew 2 or more cards this turn, and create a treasure token for each opponent who had 2 or more lands enter the battlefield under the control this turn. I'm then going to cast 1, 2, 3, 4 for Fumiko, the Low Blood.
Ooh, that's a new inclusion, right?
Sure is. This creature gets Bushido X, where X is the number of attacking creatures, which means whenever this creature blocks and or becomes blocked, it gets +X until end of turn. And it also says creatures my opponents control attack each combat, if able. Whoa. Yeah.
I don't want to attack with my mechanic manufacturer.
I've got some bad news.
Oh no.
Don't worry. Most things won't be able to block soon. And we'll pass the turn.
Mhm. All right, untap. Draw a card. All right, I'm going to start with Trail of Mystery. So whenever a face-down creature enters a battlefield under my control, I can search my library for a basic land, reveal it, put it in my hand, and shuffle. And then for 2 mana, I'm going to play a Morph.
It's not Zoetic Cavern this time.
No,
If it was,
I
that'd be pretty
cannot
funny.
bluff that it is Zoetic
Yeah.
Cavern. Trigger this thing, go get a land. Okay, and so off my Trail of Mystery, I'm going to grab this mountain.
Mhm.
It will be the land that I play for the turn.
Nice.
And I suppose I will pass.
Suppose you will pass, you say.
You guys have some really big
Untap.
boards, and I'm sitting here not doing a lot, so...
Draw. That card is not bad. First thing, I will play Armed with Proof. It's an enchantment. Put it over there. When Armed with Proof enters the battlefield, investigate twice. Which will make a 3rd token, which will make 3 cycles. Clues you control are equipment in addition to the other types and have equip 2. Equip creature gets +2/+0 and equip 2. I'll pay a green and a blue for a damage to go to 34. I'm going to evoke Wave Sifter, which, when it enters the battlefield, I investigate twice,
Oh, God.
which will be thrice and 3 of the things, please.
I'm going to attack Aaron for many much next turn.
Good. Thank you.
Mhm.
I'll help you draw a card.
Sick. I'm on board.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would like to cast Knowledge is Power.
Oh no.
Creatures I control get +X, where X is the amount of cards I've drawn this
This
turn.
card is so good.
And you've drawn one card.
I've drawn only one this turn.
drawn one card.
Use 2 to crack a clue to draw a card.
He's drawn 2
Okay.
cards.
Creatures have +2/+2.
Trigger on the trail and Tireless Tracker. Put a land in the play off on the trail, trigger Tireless Tracker, Precon took, make 2 more cycles.
These treasures and clues with knowledge and its power is
Kinda busted,
This
yeah.
is like every turn overrun for like 4.
It's not bad. Move to combat, I suppose.
Yes, please.
Uh-huh.
So I'm drawing 2 cards. I have to attack with all my creatures.
Correct.
So says
Fun.
Fumiko the Low Blood.
Unless you don't want to control them. That's up to you.
I guess I could
a
opt
good
out
option.
of controlling them.
It's a good option.
Um,
Can't take it with you. So
I guess this thing can safely attack Madison, which is nice. At 5, this thing is big enough to attack Jim, and this one will also attack Madison, unfortunately.
I see.
I don't want creatures to die, Madison. They're very important to me. Okay, so attack Jim with a 1/2 Tireless Tracker, and Madison with Precon took, Academy Manufacturer. Tireless Tracker is 3, 4, 5. It's 7 power currently. This one is 4, and this one is 3. For now.
All right.
Yeah. I have no blocks.
I'm not blocking.
Okay, I will have no more effects.
Okay.
So we'll
for
take
now.
7.
I will also
Go
take
to
7.
22.
Oh, we need to draw a
You and I
card.
draw a card. Right, that's very relevant,
Mm.
actually. Yeah, hey, my creature's got +1/+1.
That's after damage, right?
After
Oh,
damage.
yeah.
Okay,
after-
good,
yeah,
good, good.
Pay 3 mana, and get to cast a card that I added to the deck, which is 500-Year Diary. 500-Year Diary, oh, it costs 4, sorry, is a clue that, a legendary artifact clue. It enters the battlefield tapped. It taps out a blue for each clue I control, and I can pay 2 to sacrifice it to draw a card because it is also a clue.
It's a Tolarian Academy for clues?
It is Tolarian Academy for clues,
How many
which
clues
might
do you
come up
have?
in a bit. I got a couple, 11.
It's actually so funny.
I'm gonna go
It
past
costs
turn.
4 and it only makes mana off of clues. It just goes to show like how busted Tolarian Academy actually is.
Mhm.
Like, we gotta play really safe with this one, you know.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. In your end step, I'm going to loot.
You got it.
I'm going to discard this swamp.
Yeah.
And I will untap. In my upkeep, I've got a trigger to remove a counter off of Charnel Serenade, and I will draw a card for my turn.
Oh, at the end of your turn, you drew 2 or more cards, so I'll draw a card.
I guess I drew 2 more cards.
Okay, I have the option to slow Aaron down a little bit or just crack in for much damage. What do you think I should do?
You should hit him.
Hit him?
Damage. Do it.
Hit him so
You should
hard that he
attack
doesn't remember who he is.
Madison.
Okay, so I'm going to tap
No.
6,
Yeah.
and I will make my likeness looter
Massacre
a
Warrior?
copy of Watcher of Hours.
Oh, yeah, right. It's just really big.
It's a 6 mana, 6/6 flyer with ward 3.
This
Yeah.
is 18 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will attack for 6. That's 8. That's 14. That's 18 trigger. I will make 2 more zombies.
I will have no effects and go to 16.
Draw a card.
Yeah, I'd love to draw a card. Thank
Yeah,
you.
right.
And then that's going to be it for me.
At the end of your turn, you've drawn 2 cards, so I'm going to draw a card.
Very good.
You guys are doing so much. I'm just like,
The Smuggler Share and the Commander works really well together.
I'm going to untap, upkeep, and draw. Big money. We'll play Temple of the False God. Jim, you've got blockers?
2 2/2s.
That's illegal.
Better kill me.
I'm trying to figure out how.
Yeah. I mean, Bushido, right?
It's going to help.
What's
but
only +2/+2
Yeah.
Yeah.
for now?
I'll pay 3
I can also gain 3 life.
to cast Lauren of the Third Path.
Oh,
Ooh.
a cat. Wait, I guess which one of these is the worst for you?
Knowledge is power for sure.
I would say, I think it's Knowledge is Power, right?
Yeah,
I
it has
think
to be.
it's a food token.
Sure. Knowledge is Power. Bam.
I like that card. It's a new card. I'm trying to show the
I know.
it's off from my graveyard.
Hey,
I get it,
folks
Alex.
at
It's
home.
fine.
Folks at home. The reason I popped it is just because it's really good. You should go buy these.
I'm Alex.
Yeah, that's me. That's how I sound.
I need to play that in my council for that.
Yeah, you do.
There's so many cards in that deck.
That's sweet.
And I make a bunch of tokens.
We're gonna go ahead and go to combat and attack Aaron for 2
I
plus
don't even have my
5
knowledge is power anymore. I'm not even a threat.
is 7. Got you to 9.
Go to 9.
9. What turn is it?
6.
6.
Sick.
Speaking of turn 6, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It actually has nothing to do with being turn 6, but this is Taunt from the Rampart, another inclusion from
Oh,
Aaron,
more Goldarino.
which says goad all creatures my opponents control until my next turn. Those creatures cannot block.
This makes this is great. I might be dead.
Oh, I forgot to suspect something. Let's suspect.
I will give you a heads up that this does have ward 3. Okay.
There you go.
All right.
And we'll pass the turn.
All right, untap.
So everything's goaded, no blocking.
Goaded, no blocking.
I
I
add that
see.
card. That was bad. That was a bad addition. That was stupid. Why did I do that?
All right, what am I doing? I'm going to play a Jungle Shrine. It comes in tapped, like all of the lands in this deck. They all come in tapped. I will tap 3 mana. Use 3 mana from here. Float a green. Welcoming Vampire.
Yeah.
And then with my remaining 2 mana, I will cast my commander.
You got it.
Trigger this to draw a card.
Sounds good.
Oh, that
Cool.
helps Alex.
Sure does.
Dang.
What can you do? And so I have to attack
Yes,
Yep.
with
everything.
my morph.
Nothing else can block though.
Yeah.
Or nothing Jim and I have can block.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
They
the-
just can't block.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Straight up can't block.
All right. Aaron.
I hate to see it.
7?
7.
This is
Yeah.
because I stitched on you last game.
Yep.
So we each draw a card.
Yep.
No, then.
I suppose.
At the end of your
that's
turn,
it.
I draw a card.
Yep.
Okay, who's actually drawing more cards here? Like super real here. The Bant deck or the Moral stack?
The Bant deck.
The Bant deck.
Go to my turn.
That little sheepishness was great.
All right, on tap. Draw a singular card. 5 mana. I'm going to cast a Psychosis Crawler. 2 mana, sack a clue to draw a card.
Mm-hmm.
Trigger on the trail and this. Oh, that's also a good draw. All right, Psychosis Crawler, you're maybe on long for this world. It also triggers Psychosis Crawler.
Yeah.
Everyone takes
Take
1 damage. On the trail is going to put a land into play, which I have a few triggers. I will stack the Tireless Tracker Landfall with Peregrine Took, and then scry 4, 6, 6, 6. Scry. Don't need that card. Okay. Still doing some things. 2. Sack a clue, draw a card.
Psychosis color trigger.
Psychosis color trigger.
I go to 31. Alex goes to 34. Madison goes to 20.
Play a land for turn. Bounce my Temple False God, which triggers this. Which I get 2 cycles more.
That was your second land you've had into the battlefield, yeah?
This is the second, yeah.
Okay.
Because 1 was off on the trail, 1 was actually playing it.
Sounds good.
And then 1, 2, and 3, which is a big deal. I'm going to play Jaheira, Friend of the Forest,
Oh.
which is another addition.
So much mana.
Tokens I
That's so
have
much
have tap at a green.
Oh my
This
god.
is so good.
That's wild.
No more sacrificing the treasures as long as he wants green mana.
Can you kill us with Psychosis Crawler here?
I don't actually know if I need to, because I can equip my clues.
Oh, yeah.
And for sure kill one of you. So this thing taps for 13.
Oh, boy. This is a lot of mana, Aaron.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So 13 and this is 16. So these are all tapped. Okay, 16 mana. I'm going to equip 8 of my clues to some amount of my creatures. The ones that can attack at least.
What do they do as equipment? +1,
They're
+1?
+2/+0.
Oh, no.
Yeah, creature gets +2/+0. So I'm just going to put clues on each of these, and I will denote how many of each of them I have in a second here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 clues.
Okay.
And those come out of the clue pile, right?
These come out of the
Yeah.
yeah
Get rid of 8 of those.
6, 7, 8.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to tap a few more things here. I'm going to tap more food and equip. Tap 10 food to equip my last 5 clues. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So just a bit of quick maths here. These are 2 each, right? So this
Yeah.
is 13. That's 26, 29, 32, 34, 35 damage. I
That's a
can't
bit.
block.
I would like to try to kill James with my food bone splitters.
Yeah, I would like to die.
Okay.
All right, neato.
Pin
Jim,
down.
when you take damage, we're both going to draw a card.
6,
Can I draw a
7,
card?
8,
Sure.
9.
What was
Can
it?
I draw a card?
Not yet, but we'll come to that.
Oh.
not gonna tell
Okay, that's rude.
It was Anthem Mutineer.
Oh, thank you. I love Anthem Newton.
Me too.
Okay, so those food are tapped. These foods are not tapped. Okay, you and I each draw a card, right?
Yes.
Bam. Drew a card. I'm gonna clean out my board here. So the end result is Jim is very dead. I have a lot of creatures with clues attached to them. I can also tap for mana in a pinch to sacrifice for food if I need it.
I also believe Madison and I lose a life.
I drew
Yeah,
a
you drew
card.
the
Yeah,
card,
I drew a
yeah.
card
Oh,
because of
okay.
your commander. So yes.
33 for me, 19 for Maddie.
Okay.
Anything else there, Aaron?
I guess that is all.
All right, I'm going to make a treasure because you had 2 lands enter the battlefield. I'm going to draw
Also
a card
fair.
because you drew 2 cards.
Yep.
Untap.
Mm-hmm.
Upkeep and draw. I'm going to play Command Tower. My land for turn. Going to move to declare attacks. We're going to send Fumiko the Low-Blooded at Aaron,
Mhm.
as well as Nelly Borca and Lauren of the Third Path at Madison.
Okay. And I can block those, right?
Yes, you can, if you'd like to.
Cool.
How big is Fumiko?
Fumiko will be a 6/5.
Before before I block, I'm gonna tap these clues for 4 mana to sack 2 food to gain 6.
Sounds good.
Mhm.
Go to 13.
13.
So no blocks, Madison?
No blocks. No. I changed
And
I
my
will
mind.
also no blocks.
No
Now
blocks.
that I've gained my hopefully safety 6.
Okay, first things first, we're going to put a suspicion counter on your Tireless Tracker. Second thing second, we got 4 damage to Maddie
15.
15.
and 6 damage to Aaron.
Back to 7.
Back to 7.
Back to 7. Third thing's third, I think, maybe. I can't do math. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
For Anya, Merciless Angel.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
That's
a-
very online.
It is.
Flyer that gets +3/+3 for each opponent whose life total is less than half. Bofa.
Mm.
So it's a 10-10, and as long as an opponent's life total is less than half their starting life total, it's indestructible.
Does that count?
Oh, boy.
Dead players?
No.
No
No?
way. Dead players leave the game in there.
Okay,
That one.
fair.
And that's it. That's all for me. Pass the turn.
Okie dokie. I'm for sure not long for this world.
I still got 15 life.
Untap.
I don't think Aaron's coming at you very hard.
My creatures don't actually get through now. They just get jump blocked.
Right. All right. Play a land. 2 mana. Play a morph.
Oh, it's a surprise.
It's a morph. It's a Zoetic Cavern. 2 mana.
Oh, you draw a card off the board.
Yeah. You're right. I'll draw that first.
Is it draw a card off the more?
Well,
It's
from
from
the
this.
Welcoming Vampire.
Oh, and then you get
Yeah.
a Toter for a basic too.
Okay. So off the Trail of Mystery, I'm going to get a Plains to my hand.
Right.
Then I'm going to play another morph for 2 more mana.
Mhm.
Trigger Trail of Mystery. Okay, and off that Trail of Mystery, I'm going to get a Forest. The next thing I'm going to do is activate my Mosswort Bridge.
Oh, because
Because
you're
I
over 10.
now have power over 10.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cast Exalted Angel for free.
Hey.
Ooh, that's a pretty good one.
That's great right
bad,
now.
Not bad. So the only thing I have that has to attack is this, right?
Oh, nothing has to attack.
Oh,
anymore.
nothing?
Nope.
No, everything still has to attack.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Fumiko
yeah.
the Low Blood is still in play.
Yeah. But it's not goaded anymore.
No,
Oh, it's
but it
just
has to
all
attack.
my
They just
creatures.
have to attack.
Yeah.
But it can't attack Alex. Or
You could, yeah.
neither attack is maybe.
Which is really
possible.
too bad because I'd like to unmorph with this and I can't.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But you can do it now. And then
No,
attack.
it has to
No,
be
it has to be an
attacking.
attacking creature.
Oh.
Yeah. No, goading
is like a
specifically
bit
this
of a
commander
Yeah,
is
Yeah.
awful.
That's a
For
beating.
me.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to send these 2 at Aaron and the Welcoming Vampire at Alex. Because I don't actually want you to die. I'd like you to stop him. I
I
might
think if
just
Aaron doesn't
die,
die,
like,
he may just win.
If Aaron doesn't
Yeah.
die, he's going to
We'll
win.
see, yeah.
but like I can hit you for 6.
I will block both. You have 2/2s, right? I will block
Yeah.
both 2/2s.
Okay.
Alex can declare blocks.
Yeah, I know all my stuff's just
I'm not going to
over
block Wandering.
here. Really?
Yeah. Welcoming Vampire is good. I'll take 2.
Wow.
So before damage, I have to do some stuff so my Psychosis Crawler doesn't die.
Yeah.
I'll tap 2 more clues to sack one of the clues to draw a card. So Psychosis Crawler will live, and everyone will take 1 damage.
So I'll take 3 total to go to 30.
Madison was the 14.
Mhm.
So I block both creatures.
Okay,
They
so
die.
this morph is down. And this is my commander is down.
Mhm.
This unfortunately was something cool that would destroy a target creature with power 4 or greater. but
no. Oh, well.
what can you do?
And 2 of these clues are tapped, right?
I have already played a
Oh,
land for the
I have a-
turn, so I will pass. I have
At-
7 cards in hand.
At the end of your turn, you drew 2 cards, so I'm going to draw a card.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, go to my messy untap step.
Yeah, good luck.
Yes.
All right, neat. Draw a card, trigger, Psychosis Scroller. Oh, wowee. You're all mega dead.
So I go to 13, or sorry, Madison goes to 13, I go to 29.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tap 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To play the card, one of the other additions I added to this deck, which is a Cyberdrive Awakener.
Oh, did you top deck that?
I did.
You just called it last turn.
Did.
Let's rewind the tape.
So, Cyberdrive Awakener, another artifact creatures I control are flying. When it enters the battlefield, until end of turn, each non-creature artifact I control becomes an artifact creature with base power toughness 4/4.
So these all fall off.
Which turns all my treasures, clues, and foods into 4/4 flying creatures.
So this is, you've got 12 of them.
I have 12
Yeah,
more.
12 here.
So I have 24, 27 total attacking creatures if I need
That's
to.
so cool.
Now, the problem I have is I'm terrified that Alex will have one of the few redirect all damage effects in that deck.
Whatever. You're not a coward, are you?
I am absolutely never once been a coward except for the one time I tried to throw my friend Benjamin Rax under the bus.
R.I.P.
Well,
okay.
Aaron, I certainly don't have any open mana.
Listen, Alex, and your 100 million cards. I will move to combat.
In
Oh,
fairness,
you
I've
have
got 1, 2,
you have flying
3,
too. Let's go.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've only got 9 cards in hand, Aaron.
Move to combat.
Okay.
Madison is at. I need,
Not a lot.
13.
Right. Sorry. Exalted Angel, because it doesn't have lifelink, it has
Is a
bad
trigger,
lifelink.
which means that it will go on the stack
bad
post combat.
lifelink. So I need 4 of them to get through, so I need to send 5 at Madison. So I will tentatively send 5 of these at Madison, assuming the rest of them are enough to kill you. Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Aaron, I'll tell you right now for free, if they're 4/4s, you got enough to kill me.
Yeah.
I'm sending 12.
It's like 60
18,
damage. It's like
20,
Yeah, like I
21
think
4/4s
we can probably just
and
scoop
this.
it up. You know what I mean?
Well, actually, I mean, I want to show off the fact that I don't have anything that's going to be able to prevent this and have Aaron win the game.
Alex, my blood pressure.
Oh, no! I forgot I can tap Lauren the third path to draw a card.
Well, let's see it.
we'll
Okay.
do it.
Maddie, you
Card
and
of
me.
cards. Card
Off
of
the
cards.
top.
You and me. We're drawing a card.
Bum, ba-da-da.
Iroas got a victory. Not good enough. Not good enough.
More like God of Defeat. And
Got a defeat.
Holy.
Oh, what a game.
That's
These
wild.
upgrades made these decks, they were fast to start with.
Yeah.
Actually, they were pretty powerful to start with. I like the upgrades that you made to this deck. I've played this deck a couple times now, and it felt really dirtily. And
Yeah.
it seems like you added finishers, which I think it really needed.
Mhm.
Yeah, like there's like, other cards like this thing. Rise and Shine is another card I thought about.
Oh, yeah.
Displaced
The
Dinosaur is another, again, like I mentioned earlier. Just ways to turn this kind of like dirtily stuff into ways to kill people,
Yeah.
which really helps. This is actually like this type of strategy is something I like playing a lot casually, so it's
Yeah.
really easy to make these ones.
That seems to be.
Nice.
Peregrine Took is gross.
Yeah, especially
Academy
the Academy.
Manufacturer is just like
Yeah,
by itself is gross.
yeah, and a lot of Doctor Who cards randomly snuck their ways in almost every update, which is funny. A lot of them had to do with just what was going on. Like there's even one that one with gold, one with clues
Well,
specifically.
yeah, this whole crap.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And there are a couple Lord of the Rings cards in here too, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of like Universe Beyond cards
Taunt from the
overall.
Yeah, Tom for the Ramparts was actually like it kept me in the game.
But like
I think.
Fumiko and stuff, like
Yeah.
it puts presses down on the gas pedal really fast.
I like Taunt from the Ramparts because if it was just Goad, if it was like Disrupt Decorum,
Yeah.
right? Disrupt Decorum basically acts like a delayed board wipe.
Yeah.
But Taunt from the Ramparts acts like it breaks board stalls.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
for sure.
Suddenly now everybody's creatures are tapped, nobody can block. And it's just like, okay, you know what? Everybody's going to take 20 or 30 damage this turn.
Yeah.
And we'll see how
Like
it pans
I
out.
could have
Yeah.
attacked you with a chump block with 2 zombies.
Yeah.
You would have taken a dozen, but
Yeah.
nothing anything close to what we got
Absolutely. No, I really think you were in position to win that game had Aaron not killed you.
Yeah, so I had another reanimate card. Okay, so I had a couple things in my hand when I died. I had Dispersal, which is each opponent or each player returns the non-land permanent with highest mana value
Yeah.
to their hand. That would have popped the Knowledge's power. So I
Nice.
did have a plan. That was what I was debating doing. It was either turn my guy into a 6/6 and crack in, or bounce the Knowledge's power and do a little less.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I went for foot on the gas. The reason why this deck I think had a much smoother rollout this turn is because I had the turn 2 Looter.
Yeah.
Looter's real good in this deck.
Yeah.
Like the early getting stuff to the graveyard. I was able to pitch some big beaters to the graveyard with reanimation in
Yeah.
hand.
Mm.
The turn 4 or whatever it was, Massacre Worm,
Yeah.
you know.
Necromancy, Great Reprint.
Yeah.
Yeah, that massacre room really set you back, it felt like.
Yeah, I
Might
think I
play
was
one
already
Madison.
still behind on
Yeah.
mana, but yeah,
Yeah.
it made it way worse.
And honestly, it said Aaron behind too, because it blocked his commander, which was
Yeah.
already pretty beefy.
Right.
So.
Well, I did see that towards the end of the game here, had you not been so disrupted, you were in a position where you were going to start taking off.
I was getting there, but it still felt like I was at like, I don't know, 2 or 3 turns behind everybody
Yeah.
else.
It is kind of the problem with Morph in general, I think, is you commit so hard to the board.
Yeah.
Like not only do you have to put him face down and then turn him face up and during combat,
Yeah.
you like suffer more from wraths, just
Right.
I think inherently.
Yeah.
Because of the
And
mechanic.
like it just requires a lot of mana.
Yeah.
So if you're playing all your mana tapped or like playing
Yeah.
these bounce lands, it just takes so much
Like-
longer to get off the ground.
This deck builds a lot of like board
So-
equity and non-creature permanents.
Mhm.
Same so in Jim, like he has a lot of ways to recur his board, and you just play your commander. It doesn't really do much else.
Yeah, I say like that's
So-
the thing I've been most impressed with, like
Yeah.
from a Boros perspective, is this deck just feels like I get commander on board, have
Mhm.
value. And
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
that's the show.
Yeah.
I was trying to set up with that looter rather than changing it into the 6 mana flyer. I wanted to make it a copy of Massacre Worm when the Massacre Worm came down, so that I could go like Massacre Worm in the graveyard, make it a copy of
Yeah.
Massacre Worm, and then Necromancy the Massacre Worm into play.
Same
Yeah.
as, like, 4
So,
life.
but the problem is everything on your board had 3 toughness.
Right.
Right.
So it's like, oh,
Really
unless I-
convenient.
yeah, unless I was actually cloning the Massacre Worm, none of that stuff was
Yeah.
dying anyway. So
Mhm.
I got as much value as I could have out of it. But
Well, if you're trying to get value, what you should do is go down below this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. When we get to 2,500 likes, we will be giving away all of these precons in this beautiful Cards Lair 400 from GameGenic. That'll be over on Twitter. We'll have a pinned comment under here. Come back and look for it. I would guess, 24 hours at most?
oh yeah, we're gonna get there.
Yeah, we're going to get there because you're going to help us out. So please comment, like, subscribe. We really appreciate it. Shout out again to GameGenic for helping sponsor this giveaway. And we just want to say thank you so much for watching. You can find GameGenic products at your local game store, or you can find Spike Feeders products at spikefeeders.com/shop. If you want oversized dice, if you want roll downs with our friend Spike, if you want limited edition Valentine's dice for you and that special person in your life, go check them out. We got so much stuff for you, and we think you're going to love it. Over here next to my head, you're going to start seeing all of our patrons scrolling by. Those are the folks that help keep the lights on around here, and we just want to say thank you so much to them. You can join their illustrious ranks for as little as $1 a month down below at patreon.com/thespikefeeders. You can come hang out with us in the Discord and generally get access to these and other maybe bonus games early and often. We want to say thank you so much to everybody who's watching, and we hope you have a great day.